their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry? Exactly.
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Over to the wing. Robinson passes to Nunn. Back to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Adebayo. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Here's Bradley. Plays it up and banks it in.
A bonus when Avery Bradley is finding ways to score inside. He's got to keep working on his interior game.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from B.
Leonard against Bradley. Davis. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Nunn passes to Butler. 3-pointer. And again, Miami with the triple.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Bradley gets to Green. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Bradley, no one around him. Off target from outside. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. While they're passing to Adebayo. That one, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to McGee. Over Robinson. Kicks it out to LeBron. And the Lakers get it back. Second shot opportunity. Again, Los Angeles.
And a better box out.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now, here's Butler. Boy, he just disappeared against Charlotte. They really needed him. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. He said they have to come after LeBron James in waves and build a wall between him and the bucket. That's easier said than done, guys.
Thank you, David. And stolen by Butler. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way up. Butler's got 8 points. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you can throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
On the wing, Green to the inside, and Davis can't get it to go.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Here's Nunn, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Nunn passes to Robinson. He dishes it to Butler. Now the pass to Nunn, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. A three-pointer is right on target.
When you're trying to space the floor, Green's the guy you want out there. The defense is forced to respect him from range.
Nunn passes to Butler. Misses off the left iron. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position. He seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
Now Green, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Bradley finds McGee. James outside. Oh, good with the triple. The Heat leading by 7. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. 11 feet away, rebounded by McGee. And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. It's stolen by Adebayo. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. They get it again. Goes up again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And that pump fake of Butler has become deadly. You wonder if D-Wade has been giving him some pointers. You got to stay down if you're on defense.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. And so Butler nails both of them. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Bill's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
The Heat with the lead. Nunn passes to Leonard. Here's Nunn. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Nunn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Adebayo kicks the bucket. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers trail by 7. Ron right side. And James throws it down.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Nunn. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Back to Rondo. Over in the corner, Green. Davis inside. He's guarded by Adebayo.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So it'll be Jimmy Butler shooting. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Heat making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. Here's Davis. Hits the jumper. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Love the aggressiveness from AD there. Not a lot of hesitation. And good at finding a shot there on the inside.
Nunn passes to Butler. Wants to get it to Adebayo window. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. When certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And so here is Miami after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their. Miami shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
One thing that the Heat have done really for the last 4 years, block shots.
Well, they've had some very athletic big men. You think of Hassan Whiteside, who's moved on to Portland, and now Bam Adebayo. Length on the wings, and of course Dwayne Wade being the best shot-blocking two-guard of all time. That's always helped their defense be scrappy and challenge a lot of shots.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Howard kicks to Rondo. Howard in the post. Adebayo on him. Howard can't hit. Heat leading by 4. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Butler has some insane handles, created it and just carving his way through the defense.
Green passes to Davis. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Pass to Nunn. First trip to the line for him here. First free throw is good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope checked in. 1:02 left here in the first quarter. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Davis, snatched away. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. 3-pointer, Butler. The Lakers with the rebound. Stolen by Robinson, and it's sent back by Howard. Outside Rondo. To the middle. That's good from Howard, and the assist by Rondo.
Hard for the defense to deal with the massive size of Howard. That kind of D does not affect a big guy like him in the slightest.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. Over Howard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwight Howard.
Yeah, easy call.
The Heat have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And he can't hit the second. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Got a piece of it. Butler with the steal. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Miami, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up and his productivity has gone way up.
And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 5. And will return shortly. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to
A Boombox Aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Morris is out there with Howard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. Now here's Caldwell Pope after the miss from Jay Crowder. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it's Miami with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
4 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the second free throw, good. The Heat leading by 9. Outside Dragic. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Misses the step-back jump shot.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Rondo passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Butler after the basket by the Lakers. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Kuzma. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder.
And checking out the numbers for Butler. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
He's just such a specimen out there, Dwight Howard. A physically imposing presence on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points last game. Butler against Kuzma. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers trailed by 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Olenek is checked in for Jay Crowder. Rondo against Dragic. Butler from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Butler's got 20 points.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Shot from the wing. Rondo's shot is off.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Hero. And the Heat, another three.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give.
And it's Rondo penetrating. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now, it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
James checked in for the Lakers. He lobs it up, and Adebayo throws it down.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
James misses. Miami leading by 9. Shot on the wing.
Wow.
It's Miami with another.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
And they double up Rondo. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back from deep. James misses.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Miami leading by 14. And slam dunk by Butler.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, no good by the Lakers. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Heat. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Passes it to Adebayo. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And he recovers it. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Anthony Davis is checked in for Morris. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Bradley subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Hero. 6 points for him. Here's Dragic. Bradley with some nice D. Lakers trail by 15. Here's Davis. He kicks to James. Unloads from 13. Here's Howard. Here's Davis. Los Angeles with another miss.
Wow.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Rockets. The pass to Green. James left side. And it's Davis at the elbow. Howard trying to free himself up. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Bounce pass, Butler. Dragic against Bradley. No good from Dragic.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. You know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. there are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
And Miami making a change here. Here's Nunn, guarded by Bradley. Goes up with it, and it's Miami with another.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
Here's Nunn. Dishes it to Jones. Kicks it to Iguodala. Pass to Olynyk. Lets it go with a three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
The Lakers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And the Lakers take on 2 more.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The Heat leading by 13. Iguodala kicks to Jones. Here's Nunn. From deep. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Miami's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Jones. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
James in the post, defended by Jones. Davis kicks to Bradley. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Avery Bradley. How he did last season. Last year, averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Jake Crowder's checked in for the Heat.
Well, Myers Leonard at that size can look over the top of the defense, so a good job of finding his teammates there. His body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Outside, Jones. And the 3 off target. Lakers trailed by 17. Bradley, that's for 2. 1:03 left in the second quarter. And they double up Davis. James has a 2-pointer. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. LeBron's got 10 points in the game. Pass to Nunn. The teardrop falls in. Nunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
They get a bet. Out. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, you see the shoulders there, right, Kevin? You got to respect the strength that he has on the inside. The D has no choice but to foul him when he's in that deep.
The Lakers making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Over James. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
There's no stopping LeBron right there. He's done that thousands of times.
And he's just had one attempt at the line early.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Jimmy Butler. Jones is out there with Myers Leonard. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the one spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And it's Butler missing. And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. It's a 13-point game. James, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
With a burst of speed, LeBron turning on the Jets, getting past the D, and a big hammer.
Miami leading by 11. And the foul called on Danny Green. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Butler passes to Leonard. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
One thing you notice about Leonard, he shouldn't be just a good outside shooter. He has the wingspan and verticality to be a factor at the rim.
LeBron outside. Miami grabs the miss. Leonard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Robinson dishes to Leonard. Passes it to Butler. 5 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Just 2 to shoot.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And the Lakers with possession here. Down by 15. And LeBron throws it down.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
And the pass to Nunn. Lets it go from 11. And no good that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Butler against James. Davis down low. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up. High post. With 1 on the clock. And it's Davis with the jam. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
But to look at the frame of AD when he came into the league as opposed to it is now, he's so much more tough and more physical and doesn't mind the contact.
And it's Leonard missing. Lakers trail by 11. And James throws it down.
Well, you got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Here's Nunn. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
No good on that one.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk's checked in.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
Here's Davis. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Butler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
And how about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding ways to get the D to foul him down low.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. James in the post. Robinson on him. James finds Davis. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Lakers.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And here are the Heat now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And here's Dragic. He's got 6. It's rebounded by Rondo.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him. And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Here's Dragic. The 15-footer. That one wide left. Now you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Pass to Leonard. Fade away. Rebounded by McGee. Lakers trail by 10. LeBron kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Back to James. And they double up Davis. James finds Caldwell-Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The lead now in single digits.
Anthony Davis showing those young AD skills as a point guard.
Pass to Dragic. From the line, and it's in there. Dragic has got 8 points.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tea and a blanket because he's putting this. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They're leading by 8. He kicks to Olynyk. 3-pointer, Butler. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seated. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jay Crowder's checked in for Leonard. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Crowder, the pass to Olynyk. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis, rises up and swats that shot away.
Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up. That shot, no good. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D. James kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Davis. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 13.
Well, the shot's still a work in progress. Anthony Davis has great touch and needs to keep shooting it with confidence.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Dragic against Rondo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for Goran Dragic.
And you can see just how tough the defense was there, but in the end, it did not matter for Goran Dragic.
Kuzma, right side. Back to James. Caldwell Pope outside. Crowder with the steal. Now here's Dragic. He's got 10. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Dragic, how he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Alex Caruso is checked in for Caldwell Pope. On the wing is Iguodala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the wide open shot from Carter from outside off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Rondo scanning the floor. Tries from 10. Here's Kuzma. Fires the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Iguodala. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 5. Caruso, the pass to Davis.
Always fun to watch Anthony Davis rise up for dunks like that. Awesome anticipation from him.
Outside Dragic. There's the steal. Here's James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. The first one falls. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. He's perfect from the line this time. And Miami shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Iguodala outside. Passes it to Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Adebayo's got 9.
That's what Iguodala can do well. A great passer for a guy his size.
Outside, Davis. James against Robinson. Outside, Rondo. There's the pass to Caruso. 5 to shoot. Elbow shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Free throw good. Adebayo. And Miami making a change here. Nunn's checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Caruso. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Nunn passes to Robinson. 1:14 left to play in the third. Iguodala outside. Off target from three-point range.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Davis with a tie, and it's Davis with the jam.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now flow.
Wide open look, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Nunn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
James, rebound by the Heat. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. James up top. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Kuzma. Here's Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 19 points.
Defense maybe got away with a foul there, but AD chewed good for their best efforts with that shot.
From deep three-point range, but he recovers it. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat out front, up 2. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays. So valuable.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point guard position. The first free throw is good. That one is no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. And McGee kicks to LeBron. Pass to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. And it's James missing. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Hero. And stolen by James. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Well, LeBron makes a million decisions a moment out there on the floor. That time, another good one.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. In the corner, Crowder with it. Hits it from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 4.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Wasted no time on that one. Davis has got 14 points here in the second half.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. Jones comes in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Adebayo. Kicks to Leonard. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. In the corner, it's James. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
6 to shoot. Outside, Jones. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
And no reason to settle in that situation. If they're going to give that up, he's going to take all of it.
Here's LeBron. Miami grabs the miss. Leonard's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pulls up. Hero, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Leonard with the steal. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Adebayo passes to Hero. Back to Adebayo. Over Davis. Adebayo with the bucket. And the Heat lead by 3.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
On the wing, James. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, LeBron showing all the ways that he can dominate a game here on another level in this one.
And it's Bradley off the drive. Outside for Davis. This one for 3. That shot off the mark. The Heat have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. James covering. Pass to Hero. To the left wing. Fires for 3. Nunn can't get it to fall. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Passes to McGee. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. And there's the pass to Leonard. Here's Hero. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Leonard missing.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
James kicks to Bradley. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Jones with the ball for Miami. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to McGee. Over Adebayo. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles. The Heat shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And the Heat call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Butler, he's checked in for Jones. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And Bradley gets it to go.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Miami no good on that time either. Lakers leading by 4. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Nunn passes to Butler in the foul on Avery Bradley. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Butler. And just miss after miss right now.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
McGee with the block, and they'll keep possession. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Adebayo. Butler against LeBron. He feeds it to McGee. Back to James. There's the dish to McGee. That's tipped. Robinson against Green. Robinson passes to Nunn. Now Robinson. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. Fires from deep. Rebounded by McGee. Lakers leading by 8. Davis inside. He's covered by Leonard. The kick out to LeBron. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
They've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Bradley passes to James. Davis inside. Leonard's there. A 3 from Bradley. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's the floater. And it's Butler missing.
and they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
A three from Bradley. The offensive rebound. And Davis throws it down.
With such great work from the athletic big man, Anthony Davis is so devastating on offense.
Timeout called the Heat.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
The Heat trail by 8. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Inside, here's Butler, and the rejection by LeBron.
His shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Elbow shot is on the way. Chalk up 2 there. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
LeBron patient there, keeping the defense guessing, maybe mixing up their coverages on the back end. Makes him very unpredictable in the pick-and-roll set.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 17-6 run. LeBron against Butler. Now here's James. He's guarded close. Here's Davis. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's McGee. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
The team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
James in the post, defended by Butler. McGee trying to break free. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat shooting a meager 37% for the game. Dragic kicks to Butler. The three-pointer, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
James looking it over. Let's go. Here's McGee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk checked in.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Butler dishes to Leonard. Dragic the pass to Leonard. And that's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Becoming dominant in the catch and shoot, Leonard has really polished up the mechanics on that jump shot.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, I appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though, and he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, he's an effective two-way player, is Avery Bradley, and he's worked very hard. Remember his early years with the Celtics, just continuing to improve to make sure he has a place in this league.
Shot's good by Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala can still get it done.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
The Heat making a switch here, and he does get the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 5. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Leonard, that's for 2. Good.
This is what the coach would like to see out of Myers Leonard, the assertiveness and confidence to drain contested shots.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for